Welcome back. As always, be sure to leave a comment telling me how I can improve. I'm always looking for improvement, and your comment helps out a ton. Also, be sure to check out my other channel, YC Games. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. So today I'm going to talk about how I honestly believe Borderlands 3 is 100% done, ready to be shipped. And I'm going to be talking about why it's not actually released yet. So way back in one of my Borderlands 3 prediction videos, I mentioned that I noticed that Gearbox is actually hosting a playtesting of one of their new up-and-coming games at their studio in Texas. And obviously, I assume that this would have been Borderlands 3. Now they've since obviously taken the job posting down, because that was way back in like April, I believe. So it's good to know that we are well past the playtesting phase. And this actually does mean a couple of things, and we're going to get into all that, but just that they're at that point, that they're playtesting, makes me think that they are very, very far in development. And that's kind of what everyone assumes, that they are very far in development. But that they're at the point that they are not showing it off, but that they're ready to test it. It just shows how far along they are. Also, given that the 2K earnings report say that, you know, Red Dead Redemption 2 and a highly anticipated installment of a well-loved franchise coming out fiscal 2019, which would have been this year. So it's already been announced somewhat for a release date this year. Unfortunately, they obviously, as you probably know, they took it back in the last earnings report, saying it was pushed back to 2020. Now it does mean a couple of things, and it can actually be done for a couple of reasons. Now, reason one, which I hope not, is that during this playtesting, they found a lot more bugs or a lot more issues with it than they thought, and so they had to push it back a year for more development. And that's what the earnings report claims, that it's for more development. However, I don't believe that. When I first heard it, I definitely didn't believe it, because, like I said, I do fully believe it's ready to be shipped right now. It can come out tomorrow and be 100% good, like they're done with the game. Now obviously there's a lot of little tweaks and whatever they can do to it to improve it. I'm sure that's what they're working on now. That's been pushed back a year. But the real reason I think it was pushed back, and this is kind of the reason I think a lot of people are thinking it was, it's just the fact that 2K owns Red Dead Redemption 2 and Borderlands 3. Why would they release two huge AAA titles so close to each other, even within the same year? Now, obviously they're two completely different games, but just the fact that they're two AAA titles, both with, you know, huge audiences, they're going to be competing even if they are completely different. And that's unfortunate, because like I said, they are two completely different games. And I did play Red Dead Redemption 1, and I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was as amazing as everyone said it was, but I did enjoy it. I'm sure Red Dead Redemption 2 will be great, but it just pisses me off that they're pushing back the big game that I really want to come out, being Borderlands 3, because of it. And that, like I said, that may not be the reason. They actually may need more development time because they found so many things wrong during the playtesting phase. I don't know. This is just, like I said, all theories at this point. Now obviously I don't have a lot of like solid evidence to base any of this off of. This is just my own speculation, my own theories, based on corporate meddling in the past of games. I'm sure many of you remember how a lot of great potential games got ruined by corporate meddling, and I'm really afraid that 2K is doing that to Borderlands 3 at this point. I don't think they would really get super in the way, but it is kind of a scary thought, just that I'm almost 100% positive they're the reason that this got pushed back a year, just so it doesn't have any competition with Red Dead Redemption 2. And that really does suck. And the worst part is, I'm almost positive it's just because Red Dead Redemption 2 got a trailer out sooner. Because, you know, they're not at all light games, but just how big of a game that is, it's going to overshadow anything that comes out remotely close to it. And that is really unfortunate that Borderlands 3 just happened to suffer because of it. But this, of course, brings up the question, when will it actually be released? Are we actually going to see it in fiscal year 2020, or can it possibly be pushed up sooner? I doubt it at this point, but it's always good to hope. Who knows, it might be pushed back another year. I can't see that happening. I don't know anything in the next couple years that will really compete with it. Like I said, just the fact that Red Dead Redemption 2 seems to be the one that's pushing it back kind of baffles me, so who knows. Next year it might be in competition with Last of Us Part 2. I know it's not a 2K property, but it's still a huge game. At least it's another game I'm excited for. So, we will most likely see it sometime next year, which sucks because I want to play it right now. But I guess if it gives them more time to give them that full polish, it really does kind of suck how much is expected of this game now, and that's a lot of pressure to the developers. So who knows at this point if it'll even be good. I mean, I expect it to be, I think it will be, but just how much pressure is on the developers, it can be a complete dumpster fire. Well, we'll see. That about does it for this video. As always, be sure to leave a comment, tell me how I can improve myself. I'm always looking for improvement. Your comment helps out a ton. Also, be sure to check out my other channel, YC Games. Subscribe if you feel like it. Leave a like and whatever. I know it's kind of like a rush video. It's kind of mashed up, not very organized, but just a couple thoughts I had. Kind of want to get them out there in a quick video. Yeah. See y'all in the next one. Keep your stick on the ice. We're all in this together.